Hello to all my beautiful neighbors. Welcome on Britt's Block. I am Britt. As you come in, please like the video and tell your friends that I'm on. Yeah, I'm trying to do better about going live. So, hey, I'm trying to do a bit better. But let me first speak to Miss just listening to Auntie Linda, to Mahogany. Thank y'all for coming in and joining me this today and Jazzy J. Thank y'all so much. Happy Sunday, should I say. I'm trying to come on day 2, y'all. I'm not feeling quite well, a little bit under the weather. I'm trying to come down with a cold, and that's not good for me in these lungs. And I'm trying to stay at the hospital, so I'm trying to stay on top of getting some medicine in my system. So as I get out here, I'm going to be resting and taking the plenty of meds so I can stay at home and not in the hospital. So, but anyway, I'm here to talk about my thoughts on Love and Marriage Huntsville season 9, episode 4. So before I get started, my daughter wants to tell y'all hello. Hey! Y'all, this is my daughter. She's a middle schooler, and she's out. And I've been always mama's nurse and helper. So let's get started on this. Yesterday, this Love and Marriage Huntsville. If you ever want to see a show that got a bunch of lies on it, just look at that. All you gotta do, they gonna make sure they tell you a couple of lies, and they gonna make sure the millimeters and mailers on top of their lies. So when it started yesterday, it started with Martell and Destiny out at the park, and it's funny. I don't know if y'all watch Martin or whatever. Excuse me 1 second. Just a T, please. Hello, and Helen, how y'all doing? I don't know if y'all ever watched Martin before, but Martin, he had an episode one time where he was this love counselor on a show, and he was giving people advice, and Tommy asked him advice about somebody he liked. He didn't tell him who, and then he found out that he liked it. He was giving advice really about Pam. So when they came to Pam, to Gina and Martin house, because they were going out that night, when they sat on the couch, they's like, "Hey, we can't act like we're not together." So when Gina came by, all of a sudden, Tommy was sitting on one side of the couch, and Pam was sitting on the other couch, and Gina walked by, she's like, "Ooh, like y'all together." And yesterday, that's exactly how Martin and Destiny were sitting on their porch, like, yeah, y'all together. We see it. Y'all trying to act like y'all don't be together. Like when y'all leave here, yeah, they finna meet up somewhere. I said, it's too obvious. Y'all show it's obvious. Even when they talking, one looking this way, one looking the other way. If I'm talking to you, please look at me in my eyes. Now, we ain't got to sit there and talk and stare each other down, but if you talk to me, look in my eyes. Tasha Bay, hey, honey. Hey, sugar. You know, I'm from the South. So I'm like, y'all look like y'all together. So, you know, he had to go back. Martell wanted to know what happened on that trip. It's none of your business. You and Melanie not together. You know, since you and Melanie was there, how was it? And Destiny started out with a blatant lie. She sits up here and say, she up here, she yelling and carrying on. Melanie was not the one yelling and adding the monkey. Destiny is the one that's standing up at the table and all rah, but she gonna tell Martell, I'm still talking about Martin, you know, she was up here yelling and stuff. That's a blatant lie. And it's crazy that instead of y'all being able to tell the truth and say, yeah, you know, we kind of got into it because of some things that I said, that's all you had to say. But you rather sit here and say she yelling and then talking about her trying to teach Coleslaw how to respectfully cheat. Even Martell really couldn't say nothing about that. He's like, She telling me, okay, well, call and let me know when he over there, and I need to know what's going on. Martell said she just want to catch me in the act, and that's all. It wouldn't teach me how to respectfully cheat. Let me know when you're over there. She need to know, okay, I need to know when I can get these papers together so I can get my little investigator over there and see he's there at your house. I said, it's crazy the way you lying. And then she like, you know, Mel, and then all of a sudden next day you want to be cordial and stuff. You telling Martell everything that you did on the trip. You ain't saying nothing about what she really did. The next day, well, Mel, I love you. Mel, let me explain to you about what's happening. Mel, this right here is going on. I'm like, you sitting here just lying on this woman, basically just to have something to do. And then Martell, when she said to, asked him about working out, then we already know Tristan, He-Man and Wonder Woman always got to come up. He's like, why are y'all talking about, why you bring up? He's like, that's my trainer. So my thing is, like the question they was asked on that trip, if she's your trainer, you should already know those questions and answers that someone was trying to bring up about her going up to his house. So they going on, and Martell said, yeah, Trish came by my house, and Marcel brought it up. And she's trying to figure out, well, why are they bringing up, or what's happening, or what's going on? You didn't tell me. Because one thing about it, Destiny know about every woman he with. If he with them, Destiny know. Because she the bookkeeper. She the gatekeeper of all his 304s. We got to make sure I got to line up. And see, she didn't know about that. So when she told Martell that was brought up at the dinner, first thing he want to say, well, it was when Melanie was out here cheating on me and messing around. She was doing her thing, I was doing my thing, and that's a blatant lie. Trish went back and said that in 2020 is when she went over to his house. In 2020 is when we had the episode, the nation shut down in March. Started here. Well, it was here. It closed down in March. So you was already out here doing your thing with Slow that same year, which made Melanie leave you. So stop trying to say she was out here with some man. No, you don't got your side piece pregnant. Your wife found out, and you was out here running the streets when you should have been in the house looking out for the safety of your kids. You decided to go over there and play in somebody else's joy. So no, she was gone. She was not out there playing around with nobody. Because we all know in 2020, that's when Melanie left him. And then for him to say that he didn't know that Trish was with anybody till a month ago. So I'm sitting there thinking, in 2020, Trish was married. So once again, it made me show no point blank period that you can't trust Trish with nothing. She said, if she tell you the sun is shining, I'll go out there and have to see for myself. Because she's a liar. Because if you just found out that this girl was married when she was coming to your house, something wrong with that. She could at least say, well, I'm married, but we separated. But did she say that? No. Because he showed and say, well, she was married, but she was separated. He said he just found out a month ago. I'm sitting there thinking, now that's crazy because this girl been married forever. So that's why, and this all this right here in the water, it's not clean. So they still try to come on, make it seem like Melanie is doing all this stuff. We all know. All you guys do is sit back and watch the timeline and listen to them talk because they're going to tell on themselves every single time. So then they go over to Nell and Mel talking. And again, Nell is way too old to act the way she acts. Because she was still coming there, whining on the trip about a name tag, and she still complaining about that. Well, Melanie, it could have been better. You put me in a room, and I wanted Sunny room, and I didn't get my name tag. And Mel was like, well, Nell, I thought you would be all right about the name tag because, you were older. You better stop saying that. How you know I'm older? I mean, come on, Nell. Her son is only a few years younger than Melanie. Melanie is 39. Her son is in his 30s. So we know that you were older than her, and you were the oldest one amongst them. So it's like, act that way. It's like you need too much attention. And here you are, you showing yourself as being, your age may say one thing, but the way you act is a whole nother way. So she trying to explain to her, look, I wasn't trying to be rude to you. I wasn't trying to do this, that, and the other. And so Nell want to bring up the point where, you should do better than me. I've been trying to be your friend and your mentor. And Mel did not have to laugh in that girl face the way she did. I was like, girl, give her a little grace. You ain't got to laugh at her like that. Because she said, when did you mentor me? Which is true. Mentor and counseling is two different things. And what Mel said, mentor to me is like when you mentor somebody in business or in education. I'm still thinking, baby, we on the same page. Because if you mentoring me, you helping me get my business off the ground, you helping me go to school, you helping me be better in life, and stuff that's gonna help me throughout life. You were counseling them. So she took offense to that, but why? Because she just telling you didn't mentor me. You didn't you counseled us and tried to help us stay in our marriage, but it didn't work. But she said, oh no, she want to be a mentor. Okay, if that's what you want to be, have at it. It's gonna make you feel good about yourself. So then Mel let her know what you said, and then you said we friends. We supposed to be close friends. I come to you, I do all this and the other, but yet still you got on this interview and you talked about me. And I can't understand. I feel like if I say something about somebody, I should be able to go back. First of all, remember what I said about you. Just because I have to spin the block on what I said and how I said it and what I meant, whether I meant it in a negative light or a good light. So Nell was like, I ain't said nothing about you. What'd I say? So you know what? Mel, she always got her receipts pulled out and she let her listen to it. You say you my friend, but you saying this, that, and that other about me. And you hurt my feelings. And she, oh, well, I didn't say nothing about, yeah. Sometimes when you get on interviews and they talk about another cast member, especially somebody that you say is your real friend and that you don't mentor or you don't counsel, sometimes it's best that you just take your mouth and keep it off of them. Talk about y'all. And Stephanie, hey, sugar, how you doing? I hope you're having a good day. So it's like you saying this about this lady as if she wasn't going to hear it or she wasn't going to feel some way about it, but you say you're my friend. So she said, well, Mel, if I hurt your feelings, if somebody say you hurt my feelings, it's not an if. It's just say you sorry because you hurt their feelings. Don't be like, well, if I hurt your feelings, forgive me, but I don't see why I didn't know. You hurt my feelings. Just say you sorry. But see, Nell don't want to do that because she feel like I ain't saying nothing wrong. I'll just give my opinion. But sometimes your opinion about somebody else's situation need to be quiet. And if you feel that way about me, then tell me. Don't go out and tell the world. Because I don't know. No, I don't genuinely know that's how you feel about me. So it's like you sit here backtracking on I'm sorry. Just say you sorry. Just say I'm wrong. Just like Nell said that told you, okay, I'm sorry about the name tag. She didn't say, well, if it hurts your feelings. And I wish people in life would just do that. If I hurt somebody's feelings, just take heed to it and say, okay, I'm sorry. Because we don't know what we say. Well, I would say, watch your mouth. So, Nell, I've already said from the beginning, I think when the name change ceremony came about, it made me start looking at Nell in a different light because all of a sudden, you want to go back and tell her what Martell is saying and this, that, and the other, or you holding a conversation with Martell. So I have been looking at Nell in a negative light. It's don't got worse now. The light is turned off. It's just off because I'm like, you're not her real friend. And one thing I can't understand is on this show, and if people will realize why they're so big and hell bent on tearing this lady down, she the one putting money in y'all pockets. If it wasn't for Melanie having this vision of having Love and Marriage Huntsville and deciding to go to Carlos about it, it would have never existed. You would never be on the show where you getting a check from this show that she the one putting food on your table. They don't see that. Y'all want to tear this lady down, but whose show would you be on if it wasn't for her? Because Carlos is not really the one that came out the show, even though he telling that lie saying, oh, I'm the one started Love and Marriage Huntsville. That's a lie. She pitched the show. He just kind of spun around instead of having like a HGG show. We're going to put couples on here. But they don't like that though. That's on them. So then we get to He-Man and Wonder Woman. I am so tired of Ken that I don't know what to do. This man, first of all, he got on Militron live the other day. Militron, you did an excellent job. If you did an excellent job because he live within the first 5 seconds. He was telling a lie. So I'm like, you lie so quick, you to make my head spin. Now they up here, they first started talking about the situation with Maurice. Again, stay out of people's business. You don't talk about your own situations. But then they having a gathering. And Trish like, who you want to invite? So Trish says, Marquez. He want to know why. Somebody need to tell Ken that you are not the father. You are not the father. Go to Maripovich, talk to Dana, for you. They can tell you you ain't the father, and you need to let this man be a father to his kids to quit running them away. But one thing I can say, I'm gonna go back to the military when he said this. He said that it was like, why are you on the show? Trish want to be on there. Trish said you want to be on there, and then he's like, yeah. And then Marquez came about, and he broke the storyline. So he said we're gonna go on here and try to fix it up, where we can get this thing between us together. The relationship between Ken and Marquez should have been done long before they got on the show. Y'all been together 2 to 3 years. So if y'all been together 2 to 3 years, y'all should have been trying to fix men relationship between y'all two men as being the daddy and the side pieces boyfriend. They should have did that back then. Don't get on him like, oh yeah. So now, to me, in my opinion, when they get on there in the green screen, well, yeah, Marquez invited him to come, and he came to the graduation, and I talked to Ken about it and told him about it, and we sent some gas money. Now one time did she say Ken that Marquez asked for gas money. She just said she sent him some gas money. See, you trying to lie on this man and make him look bad. And at every turn, to me, that's what I think they're doing. They sides are being told because they on the show the most. Marquez ain't out here able to say, look, I didn't ask for no gas money. I didn't do this. So we're going to get out here. So since we got put on the show, we're supposed to be talking about our life. But now we're thrown up here with this Martell situation. We're going to make it look bad on Marquez. We're going to talk about him all the time. And I'm sitting there thinking, let this man tell his side too, because everybody want to say, oh, Marquez is a deadbeat, he just said nothing. But on the side that people really getting are their side. And Ken, all he want to do is get honor. I took the little girl to practice. I don't buy her a pair of shoes. I paid the rent this month. Something that you're supposed to do. If you're with somebody that's got kids, it's your job to take care of those children because they with their parent. And you living in their house with them, you're supposed to do it. You act as though you need a prize for doing what you're supposed to as a man. But then at the same time, you tearing Paul Marquez down. Trying to make yourself look better instead of just saying, you know what, let's come together, let's sit down, that so-called meeting that they had last week, and let's try to hash it out. But that should have been, let's go, better yet, at this point, let's go to counseling. Let all of us go to counseling. And let's sit down and see how we can do this, because what they don't think about is that it's the kids involved. I understand the guy, the son is 18 now, but you still got that little girl in the house. And while you sitting there talking about her daddy like a dog or trying to make her daddy seem like he ain't there, it's not good. Whatever trauma and hurt, because to me, you know what, Ken want to somebody, yeah, the millimeters, that trauma bonding. No, y'all trauma bonding. Because you like to go out here and get women that's got kids or that's still in a messed up situation with another man and think you're going to come in and be the fixer. So you want to try to fix these women and save them from what they in and also get their kids. But while you sitting out here going on live on IG for an hour and a half, tearing this man down, his daughter will see this. His son will see this. And Trish, while she's sitting around there with her mouth shut, looking down every time he's talking, she is not comfortable. That woman do not want to get married again. And if she do, somebody prove it to me. Because when he talking about marriage, she started looking down. Because she don't want to get married again. He is forcing this on her. He forcing this conversation. Because when she said, yeah, I don't think Marquez thought when we talked it was going to go as far as it did. baby, he gave you the divorce papers or whatever papers he gave to. He gave them to you, so he knew how far it was gonna go. So don't be like, oh, he didn't think we was gonna. Yeah, he brought them to you. And see, Stephanie said no. He loves to mess with married women. Just saying all the way around. Exactly, Stephanie. Because even when I thought last week he was gonna make my head hurt. When Militron said, you don't date the other women, no, production made it seem like I date married women, the way they made it sound. But the woman I was with before, she was married, but they were separated. She was upstairs and he was downstairs. So we weren't really together. But she wasn't married. So the only married person I dated was Trish. You just said that woman was married, but they were separated. So if they separated and they married, they still married, fool. Hello. I was like, what? Tasha, I was scratching my head. I was like, no, you just said they married, but they separated. If they don't say divorce, I got papers that say divorce, she's still married. So that's it. You like married women. Just say you like married women, but you like the women that you think can go out here and control and to save them from whatever they say they in. That's it. That's all. But Ken need to get somewhere. He said he didn't want no biological kids, which he's already said also that he can't have kids. So that was another lie. I don't want a biological kid. You can't want what you can't have anyway. I ain't no use me wanting no kids. I know I can't have them. So you don't tell another lie. So at this point, since you don't want no biological kid, stop trying to take over somebody else's children. Do your part as the little stepdad and whatever you're gonna be, side piece, and go about your business. And we'll all be happy. So moving on to Maurice and Kimmy. They conversation for them to be a married couple was so awkward. I'm like, I wouldn't be able to sit in here and talk to y'all to save my life because I'd be confused. Because when Maurice said it was just so hard for me to call you. Why? The reason why it was probably so hard for you to call her because you were somewhere you had no business. But Kimmy went ahead and said it for herself when she said out her own mouth, I looked at you should have been in the bed at that time that all the stuff was going on and you weren't there. And I got up and went to your job to see were you there and probably fell asleep. First of all, if he's supposed to be at home on the bed and you're a lawyer, what lawyer work third shift? Hey, Mr. J. Bliss. Hey, King. Thank you for being in my chat. It's good to see you. So I'm sitting there thinking, you telling on yourself because you saying you should have been in the bed at this time, but before she got that call, I done got up and went over here and look. I went by your job to see was you there and see how you fell asleep over there. But yes, you're a lawyer. So no, Kim was out there on the hunt, on the prowl, trying to see what her man was and see who he was with. So then when he ended up getting that little DUI, and he had to call her, now he got to make up a lie. I got to tell you who I was with. So she said, when I got you and, came and got you, I didn't really know, what you going to tell him the truth, basically. So she telling him like, I want to see what you was going to say when I came and got you. What truth, what lie you going to tell me? Hey, Toot Latrice, my little sugar pudding. Good to see you in here. She wanted to know because I'm sitting there thinking, if you saying this man should be in the bed, he ain't in the bed, and you up in the middle of the night looking for him, and I don't know who. He say he a lawyer, not a bail bondsman. Now, the bail bondsman, they work around the clock because somebody always going to jail. But you a lawyer, so what are you in the office for anyway? But in that night anyway, they had been together. So I don't understand why y'all went to the same place and then come together or leave together. So you ain't got to be out here looking for him. So it's like, it's crazy. He's like, she going through so much. And then one thing he said too was that with her having this sickness, that it was a scare. And I'm like, how do you say that cancer is a scare when it's really an issue? So it make you sometimes look and say, were you really, not saying that she was telling a lie about going through this, but a lot of stuff that they will say, it make you really go back and look, especially with having radiation and all that kind of stuff. I had thyroid cancer back in 23. And once I got my thyroid removed, I had to go through, I had to go to radioactive isolation because of thyroids. So what that does is that you take a pill, it makes you radioactive, and you stay. I had to stay in my room for 10 days. I couldn't come in my room. I couldn't go out my room. They had to put everything in my room was covered up. So if you came in there, well, you can't come in there. If they fed me, they put a tape in front of my door. They set stuff right there. I tell them, okay, I'm finna open the door. When I open the door, they bring the stuff and they leave. And even my daughter, my youngest daughter, couldn't be in the house with me for 4 days. She had to stay at family member's house. She couldn't even be in the house, period. And mind me, I'm not even coming out the house. And once my isolation was over, I had to throw everything away. Everything in my room that wasn't doubled up or wasn't covered up. Because you go in there, it looked like I was moving. And my chairs were covered up. I had all my pills were set up. You couldn't touch anything. So I'm sitting there thinking, you saying just a scare? No, baby, it's more than a scare. And my mama no had cancer. And I see the things she went through, the the treatments and all that stuff that she had. She had pancreatic cancer. I had thyroid. So it's like, it's different spectrum. So you had to go through different things. I'm like, I wouldn't say that. Instead, I had breast cancer in 2021 and I had to get radio treatment. Yeah. And you know, it's hard on your body. I remember my mama's first treatment, chemo treatment, and I'll never forget this, and God rest her soul. She went and had it. She came home and I went to the store to get her medicine. I came back. My daughter's like, Mama, come in the house, come in the house. I could come running in there. And she ended up stuttering. I was like, what happened to you, baby? You was talking just fine. So it does a lot to your body. So I'm like, don't take that as a joke. That, to me, Maurice has taken that so lightly, and there's too many people out here that's going through this. And you know, for you to say, "Oh, it's just a scare," no, that's not a scare. We need to pray about this thing. We got to help you get through this. That's why I say that Kimmy and Maurice got so many lies. Kimmy is unhappy where she is. She just standing there for the sake of a man. I don't want no man that bad. If I gotta stay here just to please the man, or I want to have one, it's too many out here to have. And he wouldn't be one for me. But anyway, we're gonna go over here to Nell and Chris. While Nell is over here lying again. So she's trying to make Chris, understand that Mel said they were just mentors. And again, they were not mentors, you were counselors. That's it, that's all. So it's like, stop trying to make it sound. So, and Chris was just looking at her like, okay, whatever. I'm here for this conversation, but I ain't really paying no attention. And this would give me with Nell. This is how I know you're not a true friend. Because everything that you was saying about Mel to Chris, about, she want to have a do girl and she not taking accountability for a lot of stuff, that's the stuff you should have said to her in her face. If I'm your friend, your true friend, like she say, oh yeah, we friends, and that's my girl, and I ride with her, I'm there for her, you would say all this to her in her face, and you wouldn't have went behind her back and told Chris because you had the opportunity to tell her. But did you tell her? No. You walked around the whole issue. You ain't say nothing about this is how you really feel. And she's talking about, I never really once on that trip heard Nell complain besides having the little note card. So she had like Mel was just dismissing her feelings on the trip and she was treating her any kind of way. Now, when you inserted yourself on there by the millimeters, she dismissed all of y'all. Because we always wanted her to say something about how she feeling about the millimeters. She can't. Hey, always that girl. Hey, sis, auntie, sis. I'm just kidding. But she wanted Mel to say something about something that she didn't voice it for nobody. So it's like, what do you want her to say? And they had nothing to do with you anyway. The millimeters ain't came to your business. They ain't came to the daycare. They ain't called your name. So leave it alone. So I guess she was calling Dr. Shanita too, a do girl. All she was doing was standing up when she saw something happening. She would just ask you like, no. She had a response. Steph said, Melanie, no, whatever line on. Right. And Stephanie, like I said the other day in my last video, if somebody does something to you and you say it's a Melanie or whoever it is, put a name on it. Because Melanie can't go to all these people that's out here. She can only go to the ones that you don't say this done to you. Just like Stormy couldn't go to Betty Kruger, she can't go to all the millimeters. Same thing. So she want to make it seem like as though, Melanie is out here and she ain't standing on her business. Everybody doing her stuff for her. Melanie was speaking for herself when she had to. But some things, I'm always say that some things you don't need to address. It ain't even worth your time telling. And I wouldn't. So then Chris just nicely came on out of that conversation like she wasn't even talking and started talking about Maurice and Kimmy. And I'm so like, dang, you dismissed it. I think he probably said 2 words in that whole conversation, dismissed her and moved on. And I will have too. Because when you go back now and you look at the video, I think if I was a mate or whoever, when we sat down now and watched these new shows, I would see all the lies you told. Because all it was now is a bunch of lies. That's it. So then see, Stephanie said, yes, how do they know those people are actually millimeters? Stephanie, I want to know that because like if you're AKA or Delta, you got Pacific colors, you got letters, you got all the stuff to say, hey, shining light right here. I'm a AKA, I'm a Delta, I'm a Q dog, I'm all this and the other. So how would I know you a millimeter? I don't know. I ain't heard them say they got a secret meeting. They taking them a collection. They got a T-shirt. They got all this. I ain't never saw it. It's a certain color. I ain't never saw that. So I'm like, okay, y'all really trying to play in somebody's face. And then it came to the end with Melanie and Dr. Shanita. This is the main reason why they don't like Melanie. Melanie is a giver. She gives from her heart. She up here having a fundraiser, giving the people back, feeding people. When have you ever saw them have a fundraiser where they gave somebody anything? And say, sure, Ellen said Melanie needs to shut all those so-called friends down. That's what she's doing. And when I tell you last night, I feel like Melanie, this one time right here, was standing on business. She was letting them all have it. She went ahead and gave Nell her tail, here you go. Because I'm sick of your mess. Let me go ahead and handle you now. And then when she got over there and was talking about Shanita about, Maurice and what he was doing, she's like, basically all of them are disappointment. Because here we are supposed to be about having black business and showing people how to live and be prosperous. Hey, Mimi, excuse me. Hey, Mimi. But yet still, we're not doing this. And she said that they're a disappointment to me, basically. Because here I am, I'm showing y'all what to do, how to go, what we need to do together. Ain't got nowhere. They ain't got nowhere yet. They ain't got nothing off the ground. No business. You will never hear nobody talking about where they started. And back to Ken for a second, because he said when they came onto the show, they were supposed to be talking about their business. Has anybody heard about their business yet? Because I'm sitting there thinking, you on Facebook, you on IG, but you're not promoting your business. But so if the show didn't promote it, now that people see you out here more and you're doing this, that, and the other, then why don't you go ahead and why don't you promote your own business? Because not everybody can see you. Y'all stand out front. We on TV, so now we can really be promoters. They're not doing that. What Steph said. The Melody finally read all the fulfilled. Girl, I was laughing my behind off when she gave Nell that head. Girl, they were no more business. Stephanie, when I tell you I was rolling, I said, Mel don't gave it to them all. Everybody got the business. Nobody out here was exempt on yesterday. So when people like to go back and do their little commentary and be mad at Mel, they're gonna be mad now for real. Because she told the truth. And she finally just said, look, this is what's going on and y'all ain't doing nothing. Hey Mama Rose, how you doing, love? Hope you're doing good. Melanie gave these people to business. She said, y'all out here doing all this kind of stuff, but yet see y'all not giving back. Not one time have you saw them do a fundraiser. Teaching them say they did it for Christmas, but it was powered by Amazon. Amazon gave them the stuff. All y'all doing is trying to use their name. You didn't do nothing. So she's like, let Shanita know. Thank you for being a friend. And once again, here go another event that Nell could have been at. Miss, I'm so-called your friend, and I got your back. I'm here for everything. But Nell was not there. Where was she at? You her mentor. You should have been telling her how she could have done better on that giveaway. Since you her mentor. She wasn't at the mimosas for Mel. Nell is nothing that Nell had, but if Stormy had something, and some of them little young kids had something, she always there. But y'all, when I tell you yesterday she was giving them the business, I'm sick of Ken. I wish she would go somewhere like, about 4:30 in the afternoon when it's a lot of heavy traffic and play dodge cars. Cause it's too much mess. All they do is tell lies, and they're not gonna stop that. And everybody showing themselves. And what I want somebody to do, the next person that's gonna come to that show, just continue to let them be friends of the show. Because one thing is a pattern, and they're not breaking this pattern at all. If you sit back and watch, everybody that come on friends of the show are normally friends with Mel, and they good people. They come on there, oh, that's my friend. I got Mel in the back. I'm just there in the oven. I'm riding with her. But as soon as they come on full-time cast members, they flip. Watch the pattern. Every time somebody come on there, oh yeah, me and Mel, we cool. She brought me on the show. Because you don't know anybody saying that Martell brought him on there. They always come up on the Melody. As soon as they get on there full-time, getting that full-time check that's still allowing them to get, they flip. And it's crazy. Hey, Cece, it's good to see you, love. Glad you came in. And it's like, from now on, don't have nobody come back on the show. If they're not going to be your real, genuine, true friend that you can say, this is my friend, don't bring them on there. Because everybody that come on there eventually, after the first season, after Mel has said several times, after the reunion is over, I shut down. I close out all social media. I'm letting Love Marriage Huntsville be over there. I'm in this world of peace right now. And all she's doing is protecting her peace at all costs. And I can't blame her because this show right here is draining. It is, as a content creator, watching this show and sitting here trying to figure out what's the truth between all the lies. When I read a story, I like to read the words on the line, not read between the lines. And that's what you got to do with them because they tell so many lies. So she want to have a break. So next time they have somebody, if the show continues, please get somebody on here that's going to do better. And y'all better go see about Carlos because he going to need somebody. If they really on Mel's side, he going to lose his mind because he already done lost it. And Mama Rose said, Nell only just want to be nosy and get in folks' business. And that's it. She is absolutely nosy. Sarah said, have a great day, my sister Christ. You too, love. Be blessed. And have a great day on purpose. But that's all. That's it. That's all. And y'all, before I go, I want to say this one other thing. And it's really to encourage somebody. And I don't know if a lot of people know my story. And I was going to tell the other day because this week I have been celebrating, like Mel say, rebirth. And to me, it is a rebirth. So this time of year, back in 2021, I had COVID pneumonia with double pneumonia. And I was put into induced a coma for a month and a half. And it was a fight for my life. When I tell you it was a fight for my life, and I made it through this. So every year this time I celebrate, because in fact it's a rebirth, because millions didn't make it. And we know that how it was, a lot of people didn't make it. And I did. And I want to share this one little story with y'all that know that God, I always know that Jesus is there with you. So being in a coma, it's like being between two worlds. You know, I can't explain because most people in a coma, but it's like being between two worlds. Whereas I'm in a hospital setting, but in my mind, I'm somewhere else. And this particular day, in this time, I died 3 times. And every time I came back, I could tell you when I died and when I came back. But this last time, they was trying to bring me back, trying to wake me up, bring me off the ventilator, and I kept waking up too fast. And eventually, what they did was, that last time they put me out, I didn't get back up. I wouldn't wake up, period. They kept trying to get me up. And so one day I had a dream. Well, to me, it's a dream. And I was in the bed. I was in the hospital. I was in the hospital bed in my dream. But where I was at was like a friend I went to work with. She had an apartment, and I could tell you everything about the apartment. It was a picture window to the left of me, to the right of me, and it was a fan on top of the bed, and it was like a big old throw rug with a little animal print on this wall. And my girls were upstairs, and these 2 men came in. They were nurses. They was in all white. I never forget, they was in all white. But I could tell they were men because their face were glow. Their body was built up like men, but their face was like at a glow. So I'm laying in the bed. I'm not saying anything. I'm looking at them, and they was in there just fixing me up and getting me, up in the bed and straighten me up and cover me up and change me and tuck me into the bed. And before they got ready to go, one of the angels said to me, one of the people said to me, they say, "It's time for you to wake up." Now, I'm just sitting there looking. Time for you to wake up. My eyes, to me, I woke. My eyes, I'm just looking. And the next day, my aunt came in there. And she came in the room. She's like, "Britt, Britt, Britt." And I was like, why is this lady calling my name like this? I was trying to figure out what in the world is going on. So my aunt is in there calling my name. And she's like, "Open your eyes, Britt, open your eyes, open your eyes, Britt, open your eyes." And I finally opened my eyes. Y'all, my aunt had called me back to life. She called me back out of my sleep that I've been in. But what it was the day before, when I thought it was, the reason why it was a clear face and God finally revealed to me those were angels. And he was telling me it was time for me to get up. My daddy had came in the day before my aunt came in there, and he prayed. My daddy said God had told him to come that day and pray. He came in that day and he prayed. The next day, my aunt said God had told her to come. And when she came, I opened my eyes to never go back slip back in the coma again. When I opened my eyes, I closed my eyes and eyes to go to sleep. But the thing is, so I always know that God is there, because God finally revealed to me. And because there was one thing that always stood out to me, was that those angels, now that I know they're angels, so I can say they're angels, those nurses, their face was at a glow, and their uniforms were like crisp. I mean, when I say white, I mean snow white. And the one day God revealed to me, he said, those were angels. And the angel told me then, he's like, "It's time for you to get up." And the next day, y'all, I got up, and I never been to sleep again. So it's, to me, this is my testimony to tell people that you can make it through this regardless of how you feel, but you gotta trust God. My godmama told the nurse, they called that last time and told him and said, "Look, it's time for y'all to come here and make a decision. We have lost turkey chefs, called it again. It's time to make a decision." And she told them, "We're not coming up, that we believe in God." And the nation, when I tell y'all, the nation was praying for me. When I got back and finally got my phone, and people was calling, people that I didn't even think even knew me were calling and say, "Look, we praying for you." So I say this to say, whatever you're going through, don't give up on God. Just believe. Know you're here on assignment. Even when it seems like it's hard and you can't make it, don't give up. Even if you just got to get to that hem. The woman with the issue blood said, "If I could just only get to him, his garment, I'll be made whole. I ain't got to touch all of God. He ain't got to lay his hands on me. Just let me get to a piece of thread." because the power and the healing power was right there in that, was right there in that hymn. So I say, don't give up. Because even after that, I don't went through this. I got to learn how to walk all over again, feed myself, dress myself. I had to do everything over. When I came back, I was like a brand new baby. Being in a coma for a month and a half, and you passing away and coming back, it's a lot. Your body is taking, and it's kind of, and then to turn around like 2022 to find out I got cancer. Yeah, I'm still joyful. People, a lot of times my doctors, they be like, "You're so happy. You always laughing. Why? Why not laugh? Because every time I can give them and breathe and smile and say something, I'm just happy to be alive." And that's how we all should be. I know we live in the last days, and it seems like so much is going on, perilous times, y'all. But we just got to be happy to be here. We got to hang on in there. Don't give up. Ask God, what is my assignment here? Why am I here? What am I supposed to do on this earth? Because even in that, when I went, I had to go to rehab. I had to go to nursing home. And they put me in the room with this girl, and I was like, I want to be by myself. I don't want to be with nobody. I done been in this hospital for all this time, in a room by myself. So finally one day, the nurse told me, she said, we put you in the room with her because you encouraging so many people. Y'all, I would go in that therapy room, and mommy, it was a nursing home plus rehab. We was all on like certain halls. And you could be 99 years old. I'll go in there, I'll be like, go ahead, baby. Good job. Woo, child. You look at you, Mary. You doing it, girl. And we make them so happy. And they be like, they had a good day in therapy. Because I was here, you know what? I said, God, I understand my assignment. So even the young lady they put me in the room with, I was like, I don't even want to be in this room. I'm ready to go home. And she never would get out of bed. But as she saw me getting up and learning how to walk and maneuvering myself and doing this, even trying to help her, I got a trait around my neck, still trying to help her with one good arm roll around in his wheelchair and trying to help her. The last day I left, this girl got up out that bed, went to therapy, stood up in the parallel bars. I said, God, I understand my assignment now, why I'm here. And I went through this for somebody else, y'all. My testimony is to help somebody else. It's not just for me. And I say it so often, even going through this now, still dealing with having lung issues, it's not for me. It's to help somebody. When people see me a lot of times, they're like, girl, you're a walking miracle, because I know I am. I wasn't supposed to be here. In transitional ICU, well, at our hospital, if you're in transitional ICU, that's the last mile away. You that's it. They already counted you out. But to me and another guy to be the youngest one, that guy was 31 years old and didn't make it. And I did. God had things for me to do still here on this earth. And even as I'm on this channel, on Brits Block, that's why when stuff is going on, I want us to laugh and have fun and to realize that God is real. We still here on the side of the road, and let's enjoy life. Let's laugh. Let's live. If you down, come on over here. I'm gonna give you something to laugh about, because I ain't got nothing to do. I'm silly. I like to have fun. I like to laugh. But y'all, that's all I got for you. I just wanted to give my little testimony, because it's been on my heart to even to tell it, because some people, it's hard. Some people can't go through what you've been through and still be like, I survived it. But God ain't gonna put more on you than you can bear. Because some people couldn't have went through being in a coma for a month and a half and leaving here and coming back and still fighting on how I'm gonna get back to. I'm able to walk now. I'm walking. I get up out, I cook for my kids. I can drive. We still having, I'm still on oxygen, but I'm still breathing. And just to get up and say I'm on this side of the road is more than enough for me. Thank you, Lord. I remember the first time I rolled over, boy, you thought I had did something big. I was like, y'all, I rolled over. But continue to believe God. And when you think you ain't gonna make it, it's all right. You will. Smart Stephanie said God has the last say. Not and you know what, Stephanie, you're right, because they called my daughter. My daughters are 8 years apart. One of my daughters in college. My oldest daughter's in college. And they told her, your mom don't had a heart attack. My daughter lost it. She lost it. She's like, wait a minute, I can't, because at that time, first 21 days, no one could see me at all. They couldn't see me at all. So for them to call you and tell your mama call you and tell you your mama's not gonna make it, But I'm still here, y'all, by God's grace. CC, praise God. Thank you for sharing your testimony. And you know what, CC? That's what I'm here for. Because somebody need to hear, regardless of what you're going through. I don't went through cancer. I don't went through COVID with double pneumonia. I don't want to do pneumonia again. Because soon as I got a rehab, I'm thinking I'm good. They don't pull my trach out and everything. I got pneumonia again, but I'm still here. I'm still a survivor. So y'all just believe God. If you feel like you can't make it, or you feel like you're down, DM me. Because believe me, I'm always pray for you and give you a little word of advice. Then we're gonna laugh about it. Because sometimes you gotta laugh your way through this sometimes too. Don't let them get you down. But y'all again, thank you for CC, Blue Devil Bay. Oh, it's still Queen B. Hello, Sugar. My love. Mama Rose, Tasha Bay, Jay Bliss, CC, Stephanie, Toot Latrice, Toot your Miss Your Baby. She came through here early and spoke when we first started. Cheryl, oh, you too always. You miss your baby. She came through early and spoke. But thank y'all for staying in here with me. That's all I got for you. I want to go ahead and just tell y'all my little story. I'm going to tell you my little thoughts on this Love Marriage Huntsville because it's draining. And I don't cook, so I'm finna go eat my dinner. But if y'all would like to donate to my channel, and please, y'all continue to pray for me. I have not got monetized yet, so hopefully next month something to happen for me big. I think I can reapply next month. Yeah. So if you want to donate, you can at Cash App on Brits Block $sign on Brits Block. It's right at the bottom screen. Cash App $sign on Brits Block. But thank y'all for staying with me in the trenches. I'll be back sometime this week, I guess. And I will have a cartoon for y'all. I'm working on it. I've been kind of slack because I ain't been feeling too good here lately. But y'all be blessed. And y'all have a great day and share this video. Make sure you go tell somebody to like the video. Like the video. All right, y'all. I'm about to get out of here. Y'all have a great day on purpose. I'm leave y'all a little fresh word right quick.
One of my favorite quotes till this day. God will put you back together in front of those who broke you.